Here you go. He and Tucker are best friends. Tucker is a unique elf because there are only a few special elves out there that will come for adults who are acting like children.
Hey everyone.
Hello. My Christmas sweater?
So it's full on Christmas around our house. And this video mainly is to loop back and update everyone on what we came to as our decision on when we decorate for Christmas.
So basically, I won, but he thinks he won. And in the end, it was kind of a compromise.
We had a lot of people comment and voted on our discussion. And I think a lot of people lean my way in a typical year.
That's because he read the comments that he wanted to read. Everybody knows, especially this year, we decorate early.
That's what the consensus is. People say you don't decorate before Thanksgiving, but...
I do normally.
But for this year, we should. A lot of people also reminded me that happy wife, happy life. So I should have gone on and do it. So I did.
You did. You were so sweet.
We compromised.
So basically what happened is I got to pull out all the decorations. I got to pull out the inside decorations that weren't in the attic on Tuesday. And then the problem is that I was missing a lot of things. Like I couldn't do the mantle because I didn't have the little ties that I needed, the metal, what do they call it? My little thingy-majiggies that I needed to tie the bows on. Metal, wire. I didn't have the wire I needed to tie on things on the mantle and the wreaths. So basically what ended up happening is because I didn't do it on Tuesday and I couldn't get it all done, and Hobby Lobby was simply not an option because it was literally maxed out. Yeah, we decorated the Saturday after Thanksgiving anyway because I worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I won. He ended up winning in the long term. But the only reason I won is because we compromised. So I was happy because I had the opportunity if I could have. He was happy because it didn't actually go up until after Thanksgiving. And, you know, it worked out just fine. And I'm wearing this sweater today because I was going to wear it to an ugly Christmas sweater party, but we haven't had one of those yet this year, thank you COVID, so didn't want to go the whole season without wearing it at all, so I wore it now. Jeez. Too bad he doesn't have one. Maybe I should get him one for Christmas. As I decorated this year, had some fun. Got really creative on a budget, just saying. You would be amazed at how if you break things up into different things that you can really spread something a long way. I stretched Christmas stuff, but I think it looks really good. So my amazing husband went through and videoed all my hard work, and hopefully it will keep getting prettier and better each year. But in the meantime, check out this beautiful sequence that he created.
I hope you guys enjoyed that sequence. Leave a comment down below and let us know what you think about Margaret's decoration skills.
You can do it on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm not going to tell you if 1 is the best or 10 is the best, so that no matter what number you leave, I can look at it as a positive. That's funny. You should laugh at my sense of humor.
For this next part of the video, we kind of did it some last year and we want to kind of do it again. We know it's been a rough year for everybody.
However, as we previously noted, a lot of people decorated for Christmas early this year because it's simply been a rough year all around. 2020 was supposed to be the woohoo, and it ended up being the woo. And, you know, so people needed something a little bit cheerful. So I started listening to Christmas music before November 1st. But despite it being a long, hard year, there were still many things that each one of us can be thankful for. And I think it really does make a difference in life when you can look at something that was bad and find something positive in it. And for sure, the whole year was not bad, but there were some pretty rough parts in it. So even though it was a rough year, there were things to be thankful for. And one of the things I was the most thankful for is that for the first part of that awful quarantine and everything, we had such beautiful weather and we live in a safe neighborhood that I was able to go out and exercise, walk, feel like I could get outside of the house, and thankful for technology because we have family that we weren't able to see at first, and we got to Zoom with them, we got to have fun. And thankful for my little kitty who won't ever show up on camera, but he was a great pal here at home. And that child is more spoiled than most children of. Thankful for our little guy too.
Yeah, so 2020 has been a rough year for us too, just like everyone else. We started 2020 with a leaky roof.
It was bad.
I was walking down the hallway one morning at 5:30 and my foot was wet, and it's been raining for days. And this was December the 23rd. So I looked up and there's this bubble in my ceiling that was drip, drip, drip. So I climb up in the ceiling. We had a spot in our roof that's just dripping water. Obviously it's right around Christmas, so no one can help us. And eventually I was able to wrap towels around these beams to keep water from running down our ceiling. 3 days later, I found a spot in our kitchen. No, in our garage.
It was the big one. It was huge.
Yeah, it was the same thing. So that's where, from the same beam that it came down of, it was pooling in the garage and it's like a big balloon. So I popped it and hopefully I have a video here to show you that Margaret had taken.
It was cool.
We started 2020 in an argument or in a dispute with the roofing company. We called an insurance company, they came out, they were like, no, this is a roofer. I called a roofer, they said, no, it's a shingle company. We called a shingle company, they said, no, it's insurance. So it went around and around and around. Margaret doesn't like it when I talk about this. I was real upset at the home inspector because he should have caught this issue, and he didn't. So that's how we started 2020. The pandemic hit.
The kitty cat's getting settled in his bed next to us.
And then recently I got furloughed, as you know from the previous video. So I'm back to working now, and hopefully, I hope it doesn't get much worse than just shh, shh, shh.
Because when you're shh, you can only go too much more shh before you have to go shh.
Yeah, so the number one thing that I learned this year is if you're gonna buy a house, find you a good home inspector. Even though during the pandemic, I was able to stay home, and we were able to build a little garden, spend some time together. I got to spend more time during the week with Margaret and Wilson. Even during the time I was furloughed, you know, I was able to work on my photography business, and hopefully that something will come out of that in the near future. Anyway, so this last segment of the video, Margaret doesn't know of it, but there has been a few people that just left me comments that hadn't been so nice. Because in our videos, we do talk about our faith. And that is something that we're not ashamed of as a couple. So if that bothers you, you can click off the video. Make sure you hit the like button though. But you know, our faith is important to us, and it's part of the reason why we decorate our house for Christmas and we celebrate the holiday. That's why a lot of people celebrate Christmas, is to celebrate the birth of Jesus. When he came to earth as in human form and lived a normal life, a normal sinless life, and eventually died on a cross and paid for our sins. That's why we celebrate Christmas and we give gifts, because he gave us a gift of life, and we're, mimic that and start giving gifts.
So that is a huge part of our Christmas, is the biblical part or the faith part. However, there is also something that his mom gave me, because you sometimes you want to try and give gifts that are appropriate for the age, right? So you don't give a child a super nice, MacBook. You give a child something that's appropriate for them, like a little toy or a stuffed animal. So his mom gave us something that's appropriate for his age, which is a little elf on the shelf. Because, elf on the shelves are for children who are learning to be good and obedient and, do all the good things. So we have a little elf on the shelf. He's not just in red and white, so our elf is special. You can touch him and the magic won't leave. So this is Tucker. And Tucker has been watching over Mr. John, because John's really hoping that he's going to get a special gift from Santa this year. I've told him that Tucker is watching, and if he wants that special gift from Santa, then he's going to have to be good, because Santa only gives the big gifts if Tucker says he's been good.
So that's our new addition to our home this year.
And you're either naughty or you're nice, and Tucker's here to decide, is he being naughty or nice? Here you go. He and Tucker are best friends. Tucker is a unique elf because there are only a few special elves out there that will come for adults who are acting like children.
There are no presents under our tree because we have not wrapped any presents.
The mail is running late this year. Hello.
Yep.
So I do have a few to wrap, and we'll get those wrapped and under the tree. It looks so pretty. And if John is a very good boy, I might even make him some Christmas cookies today.
If you're still here for this long and heard about our short version Christmas story, we're glad you're here. If you haven't subscribed and you have watched multiple of our videos, that's a sign that you need to subscribe. If you haven't liked the video, I hope you do. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. And we'll see you in the next video.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.
Would you care to get into the bed? Come here.
He set out just far enough to be out of the frame, but close enough to be by us.
Look at our sweet little baby. Yes, Mommy and Daddy love you. Yes, we do. Mommy and Daddy love you.
All right.
There.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Everyone.
I just want to hug you.